Your court television news starting now.
Well, let's see here. Sorry, everybody. I'm getting used to this kind of new setup. So I want to say a good afternoon, maybe / morning for my folks still on the West Coast. And welcome to a on the road, which I hope I didn't scare people. No, we're not on the road, as you can see. No, not doing any of that. But I still call it kind of an on the road court coverage update show. And boy, do we have some updates for you, because as most of you know, especially you all that follow, especially my members of the jury, these court cases, you know, we had a few of them that went down last week. I had some personal things going on, so I took a week kind of off the whole kind of social media platform, Insta, YouTube. I think those are the only two I use. Yeah. And I'm back, obviously. But I did have a chance to catch myself up to what happened to those cases. I'm going to give you guys an update today. So thank you guys for your patience, because I know a lot of people had reached out to me wondering what's going on with Trina, what's going on with Hampton. Not too many people about Q's case, I guess, because I don't know if he did his own update or other people probably covered it. But I'll still give you guys an update on what's going on with him, just in case you didn't catch that. So let me just get kind of caught up here with myself. I did get everything set up. So we're going to do some audio checks. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm working with. That'll give people some time to get the notifications and come on in. I am hoping that this new setup is going to help with the stream, one, with better sound quality, and two, for those that, you know, do wear the earbuds, kind of like I'm wearing now, and now obviously I can hear what you guys are hearing. It'll help you not have to maybe adjust your volume settings too much, okay? Hence, because, you know, I do talk a little loud, which is just the way I am, you know, but I will do my best to try to help those who do wear their earbuds and to limit some of that maybe high-pitched tones. All right. So one, actually, let's already test one of our effects here, as a matter of fact, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So give me a second, because I just see that I think we just had a new member sign up. So one, I want to say a huge thank you to Tabby. Tabby, thank you so much for becoming a new member of the jury. So because I didn't bring my, well, I did, but I don't have it with me. I don't have my gavel, which Tammy, I'm not sure if you watch us very often, but usually I welcome all our new members with a smack of that gavel. But because I don't have it with me, we're going to test something out here, okay? So Tabby, I want to say thank you so much for your support. Thank you for joining as a member of the jury. And oh yeah, did you guys hear that? I hope. Uh-oh, we've got another new member, Kimberly71. See, I don't have to yell anymore. I got a mic here, okay? Now, this isn't any high-tech mic. As a matter of fact, I'm working on replacing this with a much better quality mic, because as they say, with the mic stuff, the better quality, although it costs a little bit more, does make a difference, you know. But what I am using is the mic that I've had for over a year. This is the OG mic that's brought a lot of live court coverages, okay? This is the mic that brought us our first live court coverage in New Jersey when we did the control of court coverage, okay? This mic brought us the court coverage when we went down to H-Town, Houston, Texas, to provide you the Sunny IRL court coverage. This mic was also there in Florida, okay, when we went and provided you the live coverage for Ganville. All right, so kudos to this mic, but honestly, it seems like it's working great. If I don't need a replacement, hey, I don't. But hopefully it's working out for you guys. I hope my audio is a little bit better. And like I said, most importantly, it's about being able to control what goes out, okay? Or I think what they call the output. So I don't have to speak as loud if I can control what goes out. Or if I want it to be louder, I still don't have to speak as loud, because I can just adjust the volume up higher as to what goes out via the mic. So let me get into the chat so I can see what you guys are saying. I want to say a huge thank you to everybody for joining me on this, Tuesday afternoon. It is almost the end of the month. First month of 2024, we're going to be flying right into February very soon, okay? As a matter of fact, we're going to be in about a week's time, hopefully down in Georgia, to provide you the MGL, or otherwise known as the Michelle Sabate, live court coverage of her DUI, pretty much what's going to be an arraignment, most likely, being that it's going to be her first case or her first hearing regarding that case. So we'll talk a little bit more about that towards the end, kind of the reason for what I'm doing right now, which is going to be pretty much a 7-day straight IRL stream extravaganza / little mini road trip. We're going to hang out here in the state of New Mexico. As a matter of fact, I'm here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We're going to hang out up here in northern New Mexico. Just a lot more funner and cooler stuff to take you guys around and see. So hopefully look out for those notifications if you already don't have those set on. And it should be a very fun and exciting week. The reason we're doing this is because we're doing this to fundraise for the trip that's going to be going down next week. That's going to be February 7th. Okay, I will be in Georgia before that date, but Michelle or MGL's actual court hearing is on February the 7th. That's the date of her arraignment. Okay, we'll just call it that for right now. I will be there in Hamilton, Georgia. Wait, I get confused with the actual city and then the county. So it's Harrison County, Hamilton, Georgia is where the court's actually located at. So again, we'll get more into details as far as all that here towards the end of the update. And then, of course, as we get closer to that actual date, we're going to get you better updates and get you more refreshed on what's going on with that actual case. So let me show you guys what I'm working with. All right. So Kimberly, I don't know if I actually had a chance to welcome you as a new member, but if I didn't. And let me show you what I'm pressing. That's actually giving us these badass sound effects. Okay. Let me show you what I'm working with. Let me jump back to my comments here so I can see what you guys are talking about. So let's start from the top so I can say hi to everybody. So I want to say a huge hi to Cat Crazy. Thank you so much for being here, my friend, and for all your continued support as a member of the jury. As a matter of fact, Cat Crazy, I believe you're almost, or not almost, you are either a OG, double OG, or a triple OG. Let's see. Oh yeah, you're definitely in the OG club, so I appreciate your support. I want to say thank you, Tabby. Welcome to the show, and thank you for being a member of the jury. Say a big thank you to Linda NYC. Are we talking about Ski? Absolutely not. He was not in the title, so I hope you're going to stay around. I don't know if that's what you were expecting, but I hope I answered your question, and welcome. We've got Risa in the house, another OG member of the jury. Thank you for joining me today, Risa. Oh yeah, Super Roofer. Welcome, a triple OG, as a matter of fact, even though he's got his OG badge. Super Roofer's been here since the beginning. So big shout out to you, my friend. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the mod squad and a member of the jury. All right, we had Kimberly. Hey, Kimberly. And again, thank you for joining up as a member of the jury. We've got going down Candy Kiss 33, another OG I can see. And the reason I know is by those little badges they call it next to you guys. So anybody that's got one of these, that means you've at least been a 6-month or more member. So thank you for being an OG, Candy Kiss, and welcome to the show. We've got FPV3. All right. So already answered that. As a matter of fact, I have not yet. I actually did my own live stream covering that. So if you want more information regarding that case, you're more than welcome to check that out. It is through, if you just go through my main channel, hit live stream. I think it's one of our last 5 episodes that we did. All right, so let's see here, but welcome to this show. We've got Risa in the house. Welcome, Risa, another member of the OG squad. All right, we've got Tabby. Yeah, I know, Roofer, it's very loud. I'm working on figuring out how to lower that. As of right now, I don't think I can. So bear with it. We probably won't do as many sound effects. Don't worry, I'm not a disc jockey or a radio station, so we're not going to be blowing you guys up with the bing, 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 bing. Now, you know we get loud when we get some donations, though. So that, I'll give you a warning right now. It'll get a little crazy. But you know that already, my friend. All right. But that means the sound effects are working. So thank you for letting me know. We've got 4321 ABCD. Let's go get to the updates. I am going, my friend. But see, I like to say hi to everybody because it's been a while. But welcome. We got Paul Man, EBZ court tomorrow. Actually, let's see here. I wrote that down. Hey, I appreciate you following up on these hearings, man. Good job. As a matter of fact, he's got his on the 31st. That is tomorrow. You are correct. That was going to be one of the updates today. I don't know if I had a chance to put that, though, in the main title. So thank you for reminding me, but I did see that. I don't have my big calendar with me, obviously, which technically I could take with me. It is portable, but I did take a picture. So yes, that is going to be one of the updates today. EBC does have his court hearing tomorrow. Obviously, it's going to be done through Zoom or through Microsoft Teams. So I will do my best to try to bring that to you guys via either an audio or a visual, what they call transcript. Again, I can't guarantee that, but I will try my best. Either way, you will still get an update as far as what's going on with that individual. All right. So moving on down the line, I want to say big thank you to Deanna. Welcome, Deanna, another member of the jury. Welcome. I appreciate you being here. Hello to everyone working but listening. Well, I appreciate that, my friend. All right. We've got Sunshinery. Again, Sunshinery, if I already said welcome, I apologize, but another member of the OG squad. And thank you for being here, my friend. All right. We made it to the bottom of the list. So we can get started with today's update. So let me show you what I got first off before we get going. So I showed you the mic setup here. All right. Again, I've already had this mic for a while, and it's for the most part, it's worked pretty good. They call it a mini shotgun style, also known as a, they got different types of mic, like a condenser mic, which this one isn't a dynamic mic. This is not a dynamic mic. It's a condenser mic. What I got, and I am super happy with this purchase so far, is this bad boy here. This is what they call a little mixer / sound effects board. Okay. I bought this at our old friend Wally World, $30, $29.99 plus taxes. This bad boy is made by Vivitar. And there's all your inputs there. I'm not going to give you guys a whole tour of this because we're going to be talking port updates today. But if you're interested in more info, hit me up on IG. We can definitely talk about it, but I'll tell you this. I've been playing with it for a couple of days. Yeah, I know that sounded funny. Oh, hold on. There we go. But, and now if you thought that was a horrible joke. Now, if you like me. You can do with the board. The major reason that I got this, though, was, as you can see, they've got these little control knobs here that it just allows me to adjust as far as the input or how loud my mic goes out to your guys' speaker, how loud some of like the, when we're listening to videos, how loud that sound goes into your guys' speaker, how loud the sound effects go out to you, which I know right now is loud. I'm going to work on, there has to be a way to tone that down. But as of right now, I haven't figured it out. Here's another one of my favorite effects. Check this out.
You know, just in case you want to get like, you know, all love style. Oh yeah. Now if you thought that was deep, check this out. Now, I've been told that I sound usually like I'm sucked on a tank of helium, and see, I beg to differ because this is my normal voice. Ready?
So this is what I sound like normally. For those that say that I sound like I sucked on a tank of helium, I beg to differ because check this out.
I think this is usually how you would sound if you sucked on some helium. Now, if I took like a huge hit of helium,
then I even sound more like a little chipmunk. But, yeah, I doubt we'll be using a lot of these effects. But, hey, just to show you guys what this soundboard's all about, there you go.
So, back to my normal voice, all right? So, yeah, we'll have a lot of fun with that. Let me get caught up with the comments here. Welcome, Kilgore Carnage. Trina killed a teenage girl with dirty Fent, the same Fent Becky. Okay, well, not sure all about all that part, but I do know about the beginning part of what your comment was. And yeah, it was a really sad thing what's going on. We didn't, just because of her personal information, we didn't get too much into who she was, but obviously we learned a little bit about who she was through the hearing, one of the hearings that we listened to. That one was actually a video with the audio and video. So if you guys haven't checked that out, now I think you can actually search creators' channels. So just type in Trina Golden in the search box and go to one of your like oldest updates. And that's the one where you actually hear a little bit more about kind of what happened. And yeah, it was really sad, man. But welcome. I appreciate you being here. So we can have a lot of fun with this soundboard. It's super small, super portable. It powers on just with USB power. You can plug a power pack to get this thing going. Like I said, it works great with this mic setup. If you do have a mic that does have, like, for example, a USB-C type input, you can get one of these little adapters like I've always had, and that'll allow you to use pretty much any type of mic that works on a laptop or on a computer with this soundboard. So, hey, $30. I've been super happy with it, and I hope you guys are happy with the sound. Like I said, the real reason for this purchase was so that you guys had better audio quality, and also to help those that listen through their earbuds not lose their hearing like I already have. So you like my style? Thanks, John. Well, if you're new to me, you're going to enjoy this week because we're going to have a lot of fun, and then you're going to be following up with a actual live court coverage, which has been a while. I think our last actual live court coverage update came in Houston, Texas, when we did one over with Sunny IRL. All right, so yeah, this will be our first one for 2024. It's going to be down in Georgia. This is going to be covering the Michelle Sabate, also known as MGL, as her YouTube name is, or whatever other platform she's streaming on now. And this is in regards to a DUI, allegedly, that she was arrested for, and some other issues or citations she was given. And we'll look at those as well before the end of today's show. And again, as we get closer to the 7th, which is going to be her first hearing regarding this case, we'll get you more updated and refreshed on what as far as what I have, which through other creators, mainly Taylor Love, who's been able to, shout out to that channel, who's been able to obtain a lot of public information regarding that individual. I'll share a lot of that stuff that maybe some of you didn't have a chance to see when we presented it when it first came out. Like I said, just kind of get everybody on the same page and refreshed as we go into next week's court hearing for MGL. All right. Yeah, Tabby. Well, you know what? As much as I don't like to support big old corporate stores like Walmart, I will say their own brand, which I've spoke on before, ONN, has been really good to me as far as their products. Big fan of the, what is it, the TLC or is it TCL TVs, that brand of electronic products, which I believe is Walmart's electronic branch. And then Vivitar is also another brand they carry that sells a lot less expensive electronic stuff. A lot of stuff for like your streamers, you know, like your selfie lights, those little selfie rings, the selfie sticks, stuff like this. They even got a microphone, which, you know, honestly, with as good as I've enjoyed this soundboard so far, hey, I might actually try that mic. Like I said, usually with stuff like that, you know, you get what you pay for, but I've noticed, you know, they've been putting out a lot of good stuff and putting them, you know, this cheaper stuff has been pretty all right with the quality. So OWN is better than Chromecast. Superroofer says, I live real close to Walmart's headquarters. Ah, man, that must be pretty interesting. What up, Riot Coke? Good to see you, my friend. All right. Yeah, see, Deanna, I haven't been, like I said, I was out for a week. So I was not aware of that. Yeah, I'm going to have to catch myself up on some of the stuff going on with that. Like I said, I'm just a court coverage channel. So regarding Michelle, I'm just covering her court case. You know, I didn't get into any of her other previous stuff. I know she's got a current divorce case going on. Not really interested in that. Just covering her criminal case. And reason that we're doing that is because pretty much the way this channel decides on who we're going to cover, especially when it comes down to these live court coverages, because you know they do cost money. We are traveling, is pretty much it's got to be the majority of what the viewers here want, and that was something that a lot of people reached out that were interested in seeing, and that's what we're bringing you. Now I have been told that there's going to be some other creators supposedly that'll be down there. I'm not too sure on that. You hear that as well. I've heard that before. Come to that day, you know, a lot of stuff comes up. You know, I'm not bagging down when people don't show up. Just shit happens, right? But that will be pretty interesting. Like I said, I'm there to cover what happens at that public facility, which is the courthouse, and that's it. You know what I mean? If MGL wants to speak on her behalf while she's walking into the courtroom, hey, she'll have that opportunity if she'd like. You know, that's what this channel is there for. So that's pretty much all I'm covering regarding that individual. So I was not aware of that, but thank you for letting me know. All right, so to give you a quick itinerary and let's get started, we're going to just jump right into the Trina Golden court coverage. We're going to follow that up with Hampton Brandon court coverage update. We'll do the eviction update on what's going on with Q45, which was having to do with an eviction case, excuse me. And then we kind of talked about it a bit, but give you guys a reminder of what's going to be going on the 31st with EBZ, okay? We'll take a look at his court record and see what's been going on with that. I think we've got so many people we're covering now. I used to be able to have these dates on the top of my head, but I can't catch up with them anymore, or keep up, excuse me. So hence why we started the calendar, which has worked great for the most part. So we'll see what's going on with EBZ, but I know we did an update not too long ago from his last hearing. So I think we're pretty much caught up on him, but just in case, we'll check out and see what's going on with his court record. All right, so I think that's all I had. And then, of course, I was going to announce kind of what we're going to be doing this week, which when it comes to IRL, it's very spontaneous. So I'm going to bring you as much fun and exciting things as I can. If there's any updates or breaking news that happens while I'm up here in northern New Mexico, doing my 7 days of IRL / fundraiser, of course, I'll break that to you guys as well. So it should be a pretty exciting week. Reason I'm doing this is because we're still fundraising for the MGL case. I will be driving down there unless something changes and I decide to fly down there last minute, but that would probably be pretty costly at this point. So my plan about a month ago was to drive down there, and that's what I'm still continuing or going to follow. That requires gas, food, to lessen the cost of these expenses. I don't stay at hotels, motels, no really need to. I'm fine with just sleeping in motel car, motel carro, as I call it. And, that saves on a lot of the money, but really it's just the gas and food expenses and some of the equipment, So we pretty much already hit most of those goals. We've already, because of your guys' generosity, and thank you for everybody that has supported this fundraiser, we've already reached about $450. At that time, I wasn't sure what our goal was going to be. Doesn't really matter at this point. If you guys want to help out, anything helps. And at this point, anything that gets donated, unless you say specifically, I don't want it to go towards the MGL case, I won't put it towards that MGL case, but not pretty much any donation that I receive will be going towards that trip. All right. Just like I've said before, 100% of the donations this channel receives goes right back into the channel, just as you see, equipment, traveling, all that good stuff. So enough of that stuff. Let's get right into the show. Tabby says, I am happy that MADD is going to be there. Mad Mothers Against Drunk Driving. I would love to talk to them about her history on YouTube and all the proof that I have of her drunk driving many times. So Tabby, I didn't want to jump out of kind of the itinerary, but you kind of segued into something I do want to speak on. So thank you for bringing that up. And as a matter of fact, what I wanted to say is while I'm down there, I do plan on trying to get some interviews. So for example, if I can get in touch with the organizer of that group that's going to be down there, I'd love to do an interview with them. Like I said, thank you for bringing that up to my attention. But in addition to providing you as much court coverage as I can regarding this individual and their case, I plan on doing as much, any type of interviews that I can regarding the case and that person. Okay. So thank you for bringing that up. All right. So let's get started here. Trina Golden. So Trina actually had a hearing on the 24th. It starts getting confusing when you start looking at her court calendar, because I think she had one scheduled for the 25th. Then they canceled it, but they went ahead and did one on the 24th. I'm just going on what I've seen. So I'm going to share that with you right now, and I'll just give you a forewarning. When we start doing like sharing actual video clips and audio clips, which we are going to share one today, I'm not sure because I wasn't able to test that out, whether you're going to hear that audio. So hopefully you will. I don't think we'll have a problem with it because like I said, as long as I can hear it, you should be able to hear it. But we'll test that out. So we are going to share a clip today that has nothing to do with the people that we just talked about. As a matter of fact, I may even forget to play that clip, so I'll have to remind myself. But, something I do want to share just to bring it up to people's attention. But regarding Trina, I'm going to share the screen with you. We shouldn't have any issues because we're just sharing a screen. But like I said, if it comes to playing clips, just bear with me. If you don't hear any audio, let me know at that time when we get to that point, and we'll just work it out that way. But I think we should be fine. So let me get Trina's court record pulled up, and we'll take a look at it together. There is a note as far as what happened not yesterday. I keep thinking it's yesterday, on the 24th. So I'll share that info with you. We'll look and see when her next hearing is scheduled for, and then we'll move right along down to Hampton Brandon. All right. So let's bring up Trina's stuff again. Thank you for y'all's patience as we test out a lot of new gear today. i.e. the mic and this cool sound effects box. All right, so that's going to be heard in Olathe, Kansas. All right, I might have exited out of verse stuff, but no worries. Let me just get it pulled up. So just give me a minute here. And that is in Johnson County, if you're wanting to get the deets on everything. Johnson County, which is located in the state of Kansas. So let me just get her info pulled up and then I'll share that with you. Just give me a minute here. All right, there it is. All right, cool. Let me share this now with you guys. All right. This is going to be Chrome tab. Okay, here we go. All right, let me make sure you guys can see that. All right, great. Now, just in case you are on your phone, if you can't see this, there's a little trick to this. Go ahead and flip your phone from vertical mode to horizontal mode, and you got to make sure you also got the orientation set to where it'll flip. If you got that on off, it's not going to flip. So make sure that that setting's off so that it flips. And then you're going to go in the bottom right-hand corner. So you go from this to this, you're going to hit a little box that looks like it expands, and that's going to put you in full screen mode. And when you do that, I promise, I'm looking at it right now. You can see everything that we're reading, but just in case, I am going to read this out to you. So this is what I call the current transcript for or court record for Ms. Trina Golden. This is in regards to the court case she is facing now. Let's go over to the notes regarding this case, and we'll read those out to you as well as get you the date for her next hearing. All right, now I gotta find, oh, there it is. This is what I'm looking at. All right, so here we go. So let's start with the case history. So let's go towards the top. You're gonna see where it reads, there's a note that's dated January 25th of 2024. And then right underneath that, you have a couple of notes that are dated January 24th. If we start with the first one on the 24th, it'll say scheduling conference on 1/24/24, 10:30 a.m. Division 9, okay? Then it says right above that on the next note, now it says that it's been scheduled for January 31st at 2:30 p.m. Division 9. Then the next note above that says canceled scheduling conference on January 25th, 24 at 8:45 a.m. Then the next note dated on January 24th reads, count blah, 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 blah. Plaintiff appears by Olson. Defendant, which is Trina Golden, appears pro se. So it appears that she still hasn't hired an attorney. It says bond modification denied. I haven't looked that up, but based on my kind of, let's see here. Well, I'm not in expertise. Remember, I'm not a lawyer, nor did I go to school with any of this. But if I'm not mistaken, it's pretty much common sense of what it sounds like. It looks like there might have been some type of motion submitted or something to have her bond. Well, hold on. Let's see. Bond modification. She's already bonded out. So yeah, I'll have to look at that. I'm not going to take a guess at that. So excuse me for even getting into that. But let's just continue reading the note as it reads. So it says, defendant appears pro se in person, bond modification denied. So whatever that was denied. If you guys in the chat know what that is, let me know. Defendant to hire attorney, continued by defense. So it looks like at least there was a motion put in by the defense or Trina to continue. Which makes sense because obviously she wants to hire an attorney and doesn't have one. And in this type of case, I can tell you the judge, although it is her right to, represent herself pro se, that judge will sit there till they are blue in the mouth, recommending she gets a lawyer for the type of charges she's facing. It says continued by defense, defendant ordered to personally appear at next court hearing in person. All right. So then the note above that, which is dated January 25th, it says file stamp with the January 25th date and it says notice of intent to subpoena records. I'm not sure who has submitted that notice of intent. I would imagine it was probably the plaintiff, but either way, it looks like there's been a notice submitted for some records to be subpoenaed, which means they want the records. Let's see here. I know Trina's been popping in and out of this channel's chat, so maybe she can speak a little bit more on her behalf. But this is what I'm seeing here as far as the notes regarding her court case. Now let's jump over to the calendar. And excuse me, let me get chat back up on my phone. Hey, what's up, Kelly? Good to see you. What up, Aaron W? Oh, you didn't know who she was? Yeah, there's definitely, if you want to go down that rabbit hole, just put in her name. That's pretty much what she went by as far as her YouTube name or entertainment name. And yeah, plenty of videos about her. Let's see here. All right, I was just reading, make sure I didn't miss anything in chat. Michelle's still streaming. Nova Lisa, hey, welcome, Nova Lisa. Nova Lisa asks, is Michelle still streaming? I just checked YouTube and Rumble. She's not there. So I don't follow her personally. Pretty much people keep me updated through Instagram, messages and what's going on if it has to do with the current case that we're covering. But I do know that she was, banned from YouTube. So I'm pretty sure she went to another platform, which I did hear was Rumble. But again, I don't follow her. I've never followed her on that platform. So I'm not sure what's going on with her in that. But I'm sure people in chat can answer you. Let's see. And Risa, actually, there you go. Risa says, and actually, let me jump back over to the, actually, let's share the calendar first, and then I can jump back over to chat. So I haven't seen any complaints about audio, so I'm guessing the audio sounds great. Otherwise, I can lower it or I can increase it. So you guys let me know, but I've got it right smack in the middle, which seems to be just fine, considering I'm about maybe just right under a foot between the microphone and my mouth. All right, so let's see here. I think you guys are looking here at the court calendar for her case. And as it said in the note, it does appear that she does have her next hearing, which is going to be on January 31st. That will be tomorrow. So it looks like we have two cases to get you guys an update on. That's going to be EBZ and Trina Golden that both have hearings tomorrow. So Trina's hearing is scheduled for 2:30 p.m. It is scheduled as a scheduling conference. And then it appears, unless something else changes, her next hearing after that will be February the 21st. That's going to be at 3 p.m. And that is labeled as a pre-trial conference. And then starting February 26th, they have her pretty much scheduled on a scheduling block of February 26th running through March 1st. And that is pretty much labeled as her jury trial. Again, a lot of this stuff can change as the case goes, but that's why we're here to give you those updates. So I appreciate there was a person in my comment section that reminded me of today's case. So thank you for that person, because it was not on my calendar. I was aware of it, but I did forget. So I appreciate you looking out. All right. As a matter of fact, you get a... Sorry, I wanted to test out the effects. Like I said, we're not going to get crazy with it until we can figure out how to lower it. And that's a different story, but I appreciate that. You know who you are. All right, so that is a quick update on what's going on with Trina Golden. Like I said, looks like I'll be giving you guys, regardless if we do IRL tomorrow, we'll still have a court news update on two people as of right now, which will be Trina Golden's case and EBZ. Both of them are scheduled for a hearing mañana. All right, so let's move on down to our next person on the itinerary. Oh, Hampton Brandon. So Hampton's case is pretty interesting. And the reason I say that is it's not accessible very easy through the online records. Like, you've seen some of these cases that we've accessed. You can access some information. As a matter of fact, I'll show you exactly what you can access. Let's just jump right over to Hampton's court records. Give me a minute just to pull that up. All right, here we go. Let me just make sure you guys can see what I'm looking at. There we go. Perfect. So that's it. So when you go to the Superior Court of California, County of San Diego's court record search, This is the case detail information that you get once you put his information. Again, this is all public information. You all can access this just like I did. You can fact check me anytime. All right. So as you can see, it just tells us his information as far as his name. You got a case number. And then when you go to file location, pretty much which is the only button you can press on, it tells us that any records dealing with this individual or case can be accessed at the Central Courthouse Criminal Records, which is on the first floor. So when I did my little kind of homework on, all right, let's go to the next step here on how can we obtain records from the Central Courthouse, it came to my attention that it can be done through an online request, but they have to mail them to you. So being that Mr. Brandon or Hampton, HB, whatever you want to call him, 10 toes up, down, whatever, has really not seemed like he's want to discuss any of this case. The few times he's came into my chat, we're probably going to have to do updates, just by the way I've been doing them now, which is calling down to literally the Central Courthouse and speaking to one of the clerks down there, which shout out to them. They've been very professional and kind. And just getting an update, which again, this is all public information. So any of you also call and get that info if you'd like. So here's what's going on. So Hampton had a case on the 23rd, all right? And that was at 9 a.m., okay? So unfortunately, when you do call about these case information, they can't really give you a lot of the details. So that's why I already did. Unfortunately, I got to wait for them to one, approve it. And then two, they've got to send via mail, snail mail, any records that they're going to send to me regarding his case. So it'll take a little time, but I have already submitted for that, in reference, because we already submitted and we did get his records pertaining to the criminal side of it, which was the police report. Okay. I had to submit for that via form. We got it. Unfortunately, what they didn't send, which is probably because they didn't have too much information yet, was any of the records having to do with the case itself, having to do with the court case. So I have submitted for those. Like I said, they have to send them via snail mail with those type of records. And as soon as I get them, that'll give us more detail as far as what happened during those cases, more of a transcript. I can also see if I can also file or submit for audio transcript. And if they've got video, I'll ask for that too. Again, we're just kind of barely diving into this case, but it sounds like a lot of people are interested in getting coverage on this individual. So I'm going to start requesting a lot of stuff through the FOIA request as we've done in the past from a lot of the people we cover. But for right now, I can tell you this. Hampton had a hearing on the 23rd. Don't know what went down on that, but here's what I can tell you. His next hearing is going to be on the 1st, February 1st. So here in a couple of days, it's at 8 a.m. And that one is actually, when I asked, well, what type of hearing it is, they said it is, excuse me. I'm not write that down. Let's see. Sorry. Let me get to my. Oh, there we go. So that one is going to be labeled as. I have it on my phone here. Sorry, guys. Well, that didn't help. I wrote it down, so let's just find it. I got to get me a new notepad. I don't know why I didn't have it. I did write it down. I just don't know why it's not on here. But anyways, I can tell you exactly what it's going to be. I just like to be correct in the terminology. But all it is going to be pretty much them listening to whether or not they feel, or the court feels, or the judge, that there's enough evidence to proceed with the charges that they have for Mr. Hampton Brandon. And there's a term for that, which is what I was trying to find here because I've had a brain fart right now. Let's see here. We're not going to spend any more time looking for that, but just in case. Weird. Oh, here it is. I'm an idiot. That's because I ripped it off. Okay, so let's hear. It is going to be... Okay, so it's called a preliminary exam, okay? So if you look up what a preliminary exam hearing is in the state of California, let me read it off exactly what it says here. So that way, I can tell you the correct terminology here. So we'll go preliminary exam, preliminary hearing, or examination, excuse me, state of California. I don't like this one. That's not the one I had the definition on. There we go. It's an arraignment or pretrial hearing that decides whether or not there's enough evidence to proceed with the criminal case. And that's with that referring to in the state of California. Let me share that tab with you so you guys can see exactly where I was reading that from. So there you go. Let's see here. All right. Taking a station break. What up, Sicilian Princess? Good to see you. They even got this one here. Look, at just in case, if we have a guest. This is going to be a lot of fun, especially when we start doing a lot more of the panel guests. So, somebody starts, using a lot of bad words, and we've given them a warning, and they just won't stop. We can always kick them, but we can always do this first. We can censor them. All right. We've got a buzzer. We've even got crickets in case they get a little boring. This is one of my favorites, because I like to crack jokes. You got okay, I'm going to give you guys a trigger warning now. Lower your especially your earbud users. This one's kind of loud, okay? So I gave you the warning. Here we go. Sorry. And then Hey, we've got Sicilian Princess, member for 8 months. So Sicilian Princess, although you've already been a member of the OG squad, you are like now a triple or quadruple member. So this one definitely goes out for you. Thank you, Sicilian Princess, for your continued support, my friend. What up, Brandy? Sorry I'm late working and watching. Hey, no biggie. I appreciate you watching. Hey, I appreciate you being a functioning member of society. So no worries, my friend. And welcome to you. All right, so enough of those sound effects. But yeah, that's what a preliminary exam, or they had it down as a preliminary exam / hearing is in the state of California. So we'll see. That sounds like a pretty important one, because if they decide that there's not enough evidence to proceed with the charges, then they're probably going to dismiss it. All right. But if they do continue forward with the case, probably means they've got some pretty significant evidence, okay? And we will continue with the updates going forth. All right, so that covers Hampton B, or Hampton Brandon. Let's move over to, yeah, I need to get a new notepad. This is getting frustrating. This is getting ridiculous. Too many notes. All right, here we go. So we've covered Trina, we've covered Hampton Brandon. Let's move on to Q45. So easiest way to just tell you what happened with Q is this. Let's just share his docket sheet from, now he's got two things going on, all right? So let me share this tab here so I can tell you, give you guys a better kind of, you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. Makes it easier to understand, excuse me. That's what I was trying to relay here. So, oops, all right. So as you can see, whenever, again, public information, this is out of the state of Pennsylvania. When you put in Mr. Q45's public information / name, he's got 2 cases currently that are active. One of them is for the eviction case that went on the 23rd, okay, last week. That's the one that I'll give you an update on. The second one has to do with the, and again, if you didn't catch this, you might want to check out the show that we did, but that has to do with a charge that was brought on by another streamer known as Amber HHHH. She actually came on the panel on the show and actually explained what was going on with that. So if you want to get a little bit more information on what's happening with this individual, I would probably recommend you checking out that live stream. But we can definitely give you an update. So he had, again, a hearing having to do with him being evicted. All right. Now, sounded from Q that he was already expecting that and didn't care. Again, I haven't been following him, so I don't know if he's already came on and given you guys an update as far as what's going on with him, but all we can do is just share, what we can, which is public information. So with that being said, let me share another page here with you. This is going to be the docket sheet having to do with his eviction hearing. Let me make sure you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. All right, perfect. If you start from the top, you're going to see here where it says judgment amount. So the case is closed under case status. It looks like, let's see here. It looks like the plaintiffs. Oh yeah, so there's your disposition right there towards the bottom. Judgment for the plaintiff, which was Delta Property Management, or the management company that, rents out his apartment, and he is the defendant. So the court or the judge found a judgment for the plaintiff, and that was going to be in the amount of $1,966. So that is what Mr. Metallo / Q45 currently owes to those to that company. That judgment was entered on the same date of that hearing, which was on the 23rd, of this month. Now, again, we did do an update the same day that we brought on Amber HHH to speak about what's going on with his other case, which is considered a criminal case. I can jump over to that docket sheet and show you what's going on with that. But when we, and what it's showing now, and that's when I actually physically called and spoke to the court, the clerk, one of the clerks at the district court that this case is being heard at, they told me the same thing as we see here, which if you see under status information, let me share this tab, sorry. You guys can't see anything yet. Now you should be able to see it. Again, this is having to do with the criminal case, and this is the description or charge on that is for harassment, course of conduct with no legitimate purpose. That was filed on January 12th, okay? And again, that was filed or brought on by another streamer, Amber HHHH. And if you want more information as to what she filed or why, you can catch that on the live stream we did with her that day. But as of right now, it says the same thing. It's an active case, and they are still awaiting a plea. So, and that's when I called down, is what the clerk had told me. So until they actually get a plea from him, they're probably not going to be able to continue forward with this. So again, that's what's going on with Q. I know he speaks a lot about this stuff on his own accord. So again, this might not be new stuff for you guys, but for some people it could be. So there's your quick update on that person. Let me just jump over back to chat, and I apologize. Looks like we've got another member. Thank you so much. So we've got Candy Kiss. Thank you, Candy. Oh my God, 9 months. Thank you so much for your support, Candy Kiss. You are definitely a quadruple OG member, and for that, I appreciate your continued support, my friend. Man, I can't believe it's already been 10 months, man. Now, that's not necessarily how long the channel's been around. That's when the channel was monetized. So I know a lot of people have been supporting this channel from the day it started, which was when we were a clip channel. And so again, thank you for everybody's support out there. So let's move on down our itinerary. So we cover the Q45 info. Oh, let me go back to chat just to make sure. And I'm working. Oh, okay. See, again, I'm working on reading chat more. I'm going to have another device that's going to help me. But for right now, all I can do is just go right back to chat and answer questions, read, answer, So again, thank you guys for your patience. I'm working on it, but it should get better. As a matter of fact, I want to say thank you so much, Cat Crazy, who just gifted 5 memberships to the channel. I appreciate your continued support. As a matter of fact, let's go a little low.
I want to say thank you, Cat Crazy. My friend, I appreciate your continued support. That's so weird. All right, enough of that. Oops,
All right, there we go. Oh yeah, Grunge Truck Big T sentencing is actually going to be February 9th. So that's coming up very, very soon. That's going to be 2 days after MGL's hearing. So, and I think we're actually moving on to that. We covered Q. Oh, let's just cover EBZ really quick. Let's see what his court docket sheet looks like. Yo, yo, yo. But before that, we're definitely going to take a pause for the cause. Something towards the road trip. Appreciate your support. Thank you so much for that $20 super chat, and it will definitely be applied towards that road trip. Now, something that's really cool with this is, you know, you've got already a bunch of preset effects, okay, like the ones you're hearing right now, but they give me one button called custom sound. And I actually have 10 seconds that I can record any audio as long as it goes through my microphone. And then that is my custom button. So for example, since I don't have a gavel right here with me, if I had, for you know, example, a recording of a gavel slam, I could just hit my custom sound button and boom, we've got a gavel slam button. But like I said, pretty cool for $29.99. You know, you got all the other effects, and then you can even add your own effect. Hey, Cat Crazy. You have a wonderful afternoon, my friend. I hope you stay safe. All right. So what up, Zero Nightmares? What up, Squishy Shocks? Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, I'm losing my voice a bit if that's what you guys are pertaining to. Now, hold on. See, we can work on that. Let me adjust my volume a little higher. How about that? Is that a little bit better? Does that sound better? All right. What up, Chris 2 cents? So let's move over to EBZ. So let me pull up his court docket sheet. Give me a minute if you guys want to take a little pause for the cause to go do number 1 or 2 or get a little refill on your drink. I would recommend that. Matter of fact, I'm going to take a little sip of my drink. And actually, give me a second, guys. Excuse me for a minute. All right, thank you guys for your patience. All right. A little, there we go. I can hear myself. So let's get EBZ's court docket info pulled up. That's going to be, let's see here. What city is that in Texas again? Oh my gosh. Austin, there we go. All right, let me get chat back up here on my phone. See, that's what I got to keep reminding myself. That's why I have an old tablet, which surprisingly, I guess it's so old. It's an Apple tablet. I don't think it's that old. It doesn't let me upgrade to the new software. So I can't use any of the apps or download any apps because I can't do that. Now, it does have the YouTube app on it, so I can click on it and it works. But unfortunately, it doesn't let me actually see the comments. Maybe I haven't found the right button to press. But if I can, as long as I can see the comments on that tablet, it'll work perfect, especially since there's no other use for it, according to Apple. Hey, Zen, good to see you, my friend. As a matter of fact, let's see here. I don't know what type of, we're playing here with this new sound effect board. What do we have? We'll do a chat. We'll see you later. Tea break. Oh, I need tea. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, some green tea and some lemon would be perfect right now for my throat. All right, here we go. Case information and records. Yeah, I like this little setup here with the mic. Got the sound effect board. I think I sound better. I hope I don't sound too loud. I hope you guys can hear me. Again, that's what the main purpose of this was. Now, I'm not going to lie. You know me, I like a lot of lights and buttons, and that's what this had, and I do like those effects. But no, realistically, this was to give us a better sound quality experience, which, according to what I can hear so far, doesn't sound too bad. All right, so let's do this record search really quick. Again, this is all public information you guys can access. That way, if you guys ever want to fact check me, you're more than welcome to. All right, so man, this is that one where I got to just look up the case number. Sorry, that's my fault. There's no way I'm going to be able to put in his correct last name. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. This is going to be, yeah, give me a second, guys. It's definitely going to take me a minute. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm just going to do it this way. That's the easiest way. We're going to go here. We're going to go to my channel. Oh, I forgot I can search through the computer. I don't think on the phones yet you can actually search the YouTube channel or the, you know, whatever channel you're on. I know through the desktop and laptop you can actually search whatever channel you're in for, you know, their content. Like, for example, there's 482 videos on this channel. So if you're looking for something specifically and you're just, you know, you didn't have the, you know, option to search, it's probably going to take you a while, especially if it's a video that I've done, you know, a year ago. But that's a really cool feature. Hopefully they'll bring that on to the mobile phone application, but maybe it's there and I just haven't figured it out yet. But let me search here really quick for EBZ. I'm going to have to just type in his case numbers, what I'm looking for. Because, yeah, there's no way I'm going to remember that or spell his name right. So this should be it. Should be on here. Let's see. Just excuse me for a second. Okay, that one. I don't think we pulled up the paperwork. So let's go to this one. Going. All right, I think I found it. Whoa. Oh my God. Hold on. Hobby hater. Hold on. Oh man. Wait. Oh, this was I'm looking at the wrong chat. This chat, never mind. You guys are gonna be laughing if I thought Hobby hater just dropped a $100 donation. I was reading the chat from this this stream here. I was like, I don't think I can do a crazy crab dance where I'm at right now, but I'll try my best. But luckily it wasn't. It was the old stream we're looking at here. All right. I'm just going to look one more spot. If not, there's one more place I can look for it. We'll find it. Here it is. As a matter of fact, I already found it. There we go. Got it. All right. Okay. Let me just write this down. All right, cool. We got it. We got it. All right. Let me jump back over to the screen here. All right. So, oh, and I want to welcome our 5 new members. So thank you, Cat Crazy, again for donating those memberships, and welcome to the 5 new members. Let me just plug in this case number here. Oh, I already had it here. Oh, well, that's all right. I didn't realize it self-populates because I've looked it up so many times. Actually, this is one of those ones where you got the case number. See, I'll tell you something. Whenever you're working with these portals that let you, pull up the court records, one of the things I've noticed is if you use kind of that self-populate where it pastes the information already for you, it won't pull up the record. And a lot of people get confused because they think, oh man, like it happened with Ski Mask. A lot of people were like, I can't pull up his record anymore. Did he get out? And it wasn't that. It was just that they were using the self-populating method and they had to actually just physically type in the name. And then the record pulls up. So just in case you ever run into that, that's what's happening. Try with the, I guess I'll just try putting the whole number. C dash CR dash 23 dash 211050. Let's try this. I'm just going to do a name search. I did get his name now, so I shouldn't misspell it. All right, so let's do a search again. Robot. Submit. My gosh. This is being so difficult. All right, let's try this again. I'm going to start from the beginning. All right, I'm going to do a smart search. Actually, let me get you guys on chat so you guys are asking any questions. I won't miss them. All right, everything looks good so far. Again, thank you guys for your patience. All right, so let's try this. I'm just going to do with the CR. We're going to go CR dash 23 dash. I have a feeling it's not the, let's see here. What am I putting wrong? All right. Let me write this down one more time here. All right. How you guys doing in chat? All right. Let's try this again. Smart search. Reset this. Go back to search. Enter a record number or name in last, first, middle format. So we're going to just do the record number. I'm going to just put in the full record number as they have it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so how about if we do from here? Oh, they have advanced filtering options. Let's do that. There we go. Case search. Okay, let's see what it does. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do a sounds like search, as I know I'm probably spelling his name wrong. All right, well, we're not going to spend too much time on that. That's my fault there. Either way, we know he's got a hearing on the 31st. Right? Is that what we said? Let me go back to my notes. I'm just having problems bringing up his, 31st. So I'll give you an update tomorrow, what happened on that. And then, of course, with that, we'll look at his notes again as far as his court docket, which is what I was trying to pull up now. For some reason, I'm just putting in the case number wrong or his name wrong, but we're not going to spend 20 minutes trying to do that. So that's my fault. I apologize for that. So again, thank you guys for your patience on that. Hey, while I'm here in Albuquerque, I'm going to see if they've got anything going on. Actually, I don't think it's going to be heard in Albuquerque, but I talked about this not too long ago, but I don't know if any of you guys are following the new grand jury indictment now. What's his face was just indicted. Actually, let's see if there's any Alec Baldwin, if there's any new news regarding that. Alec Baldwin trial info. And that's having to do, if you're not familiar with that, Alec Baldwin's an actor. He was filming here in New Mexico, here in northern New Mexico, kind of a, just a low budget Western film named Rust. And in the process of filming, unfortunately, a firearm was discharged and ended up killing one of the crew members. It's a really sad story. It also injured another crew member. And there's just a lot of just crazy stuff, allegations going on with that. Of course, they have an armorer, which is their job is, the individual or individuals that handle these weapons and clears them before they hand them to the actor. So that armorer is also facing charges. And there's kind of like, if it's, why is the actor getting charged with this? If the armorer was the one at fault. it's just a lot of stuff going on. There's still, again, I have to read into it again to find out why exactly they're charging him with and why. But I'll tell you this, there was even story or news that the day before this, that the armor or some other members of the film went out shooting, and that was one of the guns that they supposedly went out firing on an actual live firing range, and just threw the gun back in whatever the box, whatever, however they transport them, and then went ahead and handed it over to Mr. Baldwin, I guess, and then it got discharged. Now you would imagine that the armor, regardless, is still going to clear the gun before they hand it to the actor, and the actor's going to acknowledge that the gun's been cleared. But again, I don't know how it went down, but he was indicted, and that is going to be heard here in New Mexico, I believe, up in Santa Fe, which is the capital of New Mexico. So if they've got anything going down with that this week, I will definitely try to bring you any live coverage I can on that. Let's see, Gonzi Bonds. I don't know who that is. That's a new name. I don't know whether to say welcome or laters. But you can hang out for now. You're not doing anything crazy. I just saw the weirdo. I don't know if you're pertaining to me or not, but hey, I've been called worse, so that's not too bad. You can hang out. All right. So let's see here. I had EBZ. We already know he's got a hearing on the 31st. I was going to try to read over some of the last court notes we had. But again, if you actually go to his last update, we did go over those notes. So nothing's changed, I don't think, since then. But maybe something did. That's why I wanted to go over those with you. But either way, I'll have an update on what happened with him tomorrow, as well as who else did we have? Trina has got a case, I guess, tomorrow as well, right? We said Trina, hold on. Now I'm getting confused. All right, chat, help me out here. Who's got cases tomorrow? Was it Trina or Brandon? We've got EBZ. I believe it's Trina, right? But either way, we'll get you the updates on those two people tomorrow. I may be starting tonight or later this afternoon, my first of the actual IRL portion of this trip. Either way, tomorrow, today, this week will be full of a lot of fun and exciting IRL, as well as, our normal court coverage updates. And if there's any breaking news, we'll definitely break that. Cat Crazy says, let's see, let me get back to my chat here on the computer. I was reading it on the phone. Excuse me, guys. Let's see here. Cat Crazy says, let's see, whoever handed the gun as safe, I think, is guilty. I agree. That's why, since I'm kind of interested in this case, I'm going to go back to reading as much of the details as I can, refresh myself up with it. Like I said, if I can bring you guys any coverage up here, I certainly will. For myself, being from New Mexico, it does, and being that I am very interested in court cases and stuff like that, I certainly will be following it personally. But if that's something you guys as viewers want to check out or interested in, like I said, if they've got a hearing up here and I can access it in any way, I certainly will do my best. Okay, so Tabby said Trina. Thank you so much. So yeah, tomorrow we got Trina scheduled, as well as EBZ. Tomorrow is the 31st, last day of January. Then we move into February. February, we got the 7th coming up, which will be the live court coverage of MGL / Michelle Sabate. That'll be in regards to, actually, let me go ahead and share that screen. I guess that's a perfect time to segue into this. Let's see here. If you go again, all public information through the Georgia State Probate Records. It is a little tricky to search for it, but if you figure it out, you will find what charges she is facing on that day. I am sharing that with you, so let me just make sure you guys are seeing exactly what I am. Excellent, you are. We look like we have a charge of DUI, headlights on sunset / sunrays and rain, and open container violation. So it looks like she got a DUI, she had an open container, and probably got pulled over because she didn't have her headlights on. Again, I don't know, but I will get you that information. We do actually have the police report that we can share. We did go over that a while back, I believe, either the first or second court case update on Michelle is going to contain that information. And again, shout out to Taylor Love for obtaining that info and sharing it with myself and as well as other content creators. So you can find that, but again, we'll do a refresher as we get closer to that date. And then following the 7th, we've got February 9th. That is going to be the sentencing date for Controlla. As of right now, it appears, and again, we'll give you a refresher on that, but based on the last hearing, and again, that is available through the audio transcript. You'll just have to search for it, but you can listen to it. It sounds like she's or again, what was recommended by the state was more or less some type of probation. Again, the judge does not have to go with that recommendation. As a matter of fact, the judge actually ordered to have a, what do they call it? A pre-sentence evaluation, may have another name, but pretty much the judge wants to know what this person's record looks like and any other important information that could possibly, change the outcome of their sentence, or like I said, may change the judge's mind, and she or he may not go with the recommendation from the state, which sounds like it's going to be probation. Either way, say it is, that individual will be on probation, and probation is no fun, all right? Especially with a lot of the things that they like to do. They may not be able to do that. Again, I'm not going to get into that because we don't know what's going to happen until that date. But that sentencing hearing is scheduled for February the 9th. As we get closer to that date, we'll do a little refresher. And yeah, well, obviously, you're going to have an update for you on that. Most likely, it's going to come in the form of an audio transcript. And if that is the actual last date for that hearing, and assuming that Controlla doesn't get in any more trouble, that should be the day that we're going to be able to close the book / end of the last chapter on that individual. So we move on. Yeah, Cat, crazy. It's crazy about the whole live ammo thing. I mean, I will say this. Obviously, these armors must do a really good job, because with all these movies that all these shoot 'em up movies, you would think that there'd be a lot more accidents like this, and thankfully there is not. So the movie industry obviously has got their shit together, I think, when it comes to live ammo and stuff like that. But it's a really weird story. Like I said, if that's really true that, this crew, especially if it was the armorers, went out shooting these guns, which they had no business doing that, okay? Come on now. One, you have your own personal guns to shoot, and two, you're working, okay? You can't, even if it was on your time off, that weapon still is not to be intended or used as that, and look what may have happened from that. I just can't believe that's negligence if that's how it went down, that these people went out, shot these guns that were supposed to be used as prop guns, and then obviously didn't clear the gun. And then again, you would figure, well, right before they're going to hand the gun or firearm to the actor, they would have cleared it again at that time. And apparently they didn't. What I've heard is it's your old school Western. So it's, an old school 6-shooter. Okay. So it's hammer fired. So apparently when the Alec Baldwin cocked the hammer back, it slipped. Okay. Didn't didn't lock into place. And it went forward, and it discharged the bullet that killed the crew member. So again, I may be wrong on exactly how that went down, but I'll definitely, if you guys are interested, we can get some more info on that, and hopefully I can get you some type of coverage while I'm up here. So. Tabby says, let's share this here. Tabby says it's like her 5th DUI, but she only counts one because 4 of the other ones are in different states. It's her 2nd one in Georgia. Yeah, it's funny how some of these people that have extensive criminal records, they don't count their other states. As, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I've only, we're not going to mention any names here, but there's another individual that we're covering, or hopefully we're not going to be covering anymore. But the same thing, they're going on telling everybody, oh, I'm done with everything here in my state. Well, one, that's not true. But 2, that individual has warrants in other states. And yeah, they're still technically a fugitive of the law. Okay. Just like technically with what's her face, Miss Alex Myers, however you want to pronounce it. She's spoke on her behalf as being somebody that doesn't have a record, anything like that. but yet she does have a warrant out for arrest. We did confirm that, and that technically makes her a fugitive of the law. Doesn't matter if it's in the state she's currently residing in, just because it's in Arizona, maybe a state she never plans on going back and visiting, she's still technically a fugitive of the law. So yeah, it's just kind of a sneaky way a lot of these people with, extensive records try to be cute about, hiding some of their previous records. What up, TT? But we've seen that individual on her own live stream drinking and driving allegedly, and I mean that when I saw that's what really sickened me. And I'll tell you, of course, it had a lot to do with the audience and you guys wanting coverage on that person, but I wanted to see what was going to, me personally, I wanted to see what the outcome of this case is going to be, because that really just blew my mind, and it upset me. I'll just leave it at that. Cat Crazy says she also has a judgment against her for almost 200 grand. Yeah, again, like I said, Cat Crazy, I haven't really been following any of her other, current cases, like with their divorce or any of her past stuff, which, we can cover past stuff. That is fair, especially if it has to do with, like, for example, she's got if this is going to be her second DUI she's allegedly facing in the state of Georgia, and she's already got one previously, that has a lot to do with what obviously her sentencing could be, okay, or how this case is going to go. So that being said, most likely I'm probably going to try to pull some info on that if it's not already out there, if it's not already been shared. Like I said, as we get down to closer to that date, we'll start getting into the nitty gritty. No, TT, we're talking about somebody else. The person that I just talked about was Alex Mayers. To my knowledge, Michelle does not have any type of warrants out for arrest. I may be wrong, but that wasn't the person I was discussing as far as having to have the open warrant. But we were discussing the fact that she's got previous DUIs, but in Georgia, this is possibly going to be number 2, but apparently she's got a total as of about 4 or 5, we said, in other states between Georgia and the other states she's got them before. So obviously when you're up at a number like that, which shouldn't have one period, but when you've got multiple DUIs, I think that speaks on you have an issue. And that's no joke. That upsets me. 5D, yeah, especially when you see the videos of her bragging like she doesn't care, that individual's asking to hurt somebody. And sadly, with these type of people, it always ends up being the victim that gets hurt or killed. You know what I mean? That shit sucks. Sorry, 3 are in other states. Hey, no worries. Thank you for correcting that. 2, so Sicilian Princess says, 2 in Texas, 1 in New Orleans. Here, let me write this down so I can help me with my little research. Again, thank you guys. Chat, you guys rule. Learn a lot from chat, and you guys also do a great job in reminding me a lot about stuff. Because I'll tell you, once you start dipping into like 3 or more of these cases, especially when they've got multiple court hearings in a month, it starts getting confusing. The calendar was definitely a great idea. I think that was Sunshiner who started that recommendation. So shout out to you. And I'm still working on getting that into a digital calendar. So I didn't forget. Same thing with the merch idea. I'm still going to be putting out some cool shirts and stuff, and all that. All proceeds from that is going to go to a nonprofit of your guys' choice, kind of like what we did with right before the New Year's when we did the Polar Plunge fundraiser. And because of you guys and through that event, we were able to fundraise about $200 that went to one of the animal shelters here in New Mexico. And then some of that money also went to, oh my gosh, I'm going to have a brain fart again. It's the hospital, St. Jude's, excuse me. Great foundation. So that was awesome that because of you guys, this channel was able to help out some nonprofits. And that's something I really want to do a lot more on 2024. So all those ideas I went over before the year, I have not forgot. We just had a busy January. I've been dealing with some stuff on my own end. And then, of course, we've got a lot of cases we've been covering. So February kind of calms down a bit, I hope. So that'll give me some time to start catching up on a lot of this stuff. As you can see, we've already started the process of upgrading the studio. Prior to this IRL stream, I think it was 2 streams ago, We did kind of a test stream, and thank you guys that were there, put up with me and all the nonsense of kind of a new camera setup that we're going to be doing, and also utilizing a new streaming platform. That was a lot of fun. You know, it allowed us to let people donate through the TTS donations, which a lot of people like doing the text to speech because you get to be loud and it comes out of the speaker. We were able to integrate that now, along with, you know, all the other ways you guys have been and able to donate and support the channel. And then, of course, we integrated a new camera view, a little bit of a new setup in the background. We might even do a little green screen action. Who knows? I saw those at Wally World for like $8. That's not bad for a green screen. And then what else? So we did that and kind of played with the new software. And then as like today, we've got a little mic, which that's not a new piece of equipment. I've had that for a year now, but you guys saw me playing with the soundboard, which has been a lot of fun. So now I think the next stream, which probably won't happen this week, it's going to be once I'm home. But once we're back at the studio, I should be able to smash both those streams together and put a stream now with all the new equipment, the microphone, the soundboard, the new camera angle and camera. So we're working on it slowly but surely. Hey, thank you, Cat Crazy. If you guys have enjoyed the show, I appreciate it. If you haven't already, smash that like. It helps a lot with the algorithm. And, you know, as a content creator, lets me know if I'm doing a good job. So I appreciate that. I hope everybody's enjoyed the audio quality. Like I said, it's hopefully going to get better. Right now, I'm just utilizing the mic I've had, but it's something I'm hoping on upgrading here soon. The new piece of equipment we did add was this soundboard, which, hey, as of right now, I give it 5 stars, man. All right, let's see here. I just want to make sure I went over everything. We were going to speak a little bit about Michelle. We just did. Again, as we get closer to that date, that's going to be February 7th. We'll be doing a little bit of a refresher on what's going on with her, looking at some more of that public information regarding to this case. Now, like I said, this week, I'm going to be putting on some fun stuff for you guys. That's going to be, you know, because I love to do that stuff with you guys, but it's also like a fundraiser for this trip that's going to be coming up. I plan on leaving probably Sunday this weekend. Should be about a 2 to 3 day drive from New Mexico to Georgia, depending, you know, if I want to take it easy or you know, do 10 plus hours a day. But either way, I'll plan on arriving there the day before the hearing. We'll have the hearing the next morning, maybe stay a day in Georgia, do some IRL there, and then I'm headed back. So this week, we're going to have a lot of fun stuff up here in northern New Mexico. And then on the way to Georgia, that should be a pretty fun road trip to, you know, to do some fun IRL streams with you guys as well. And then, like I said, we're going to still continue with court updates. We've got some coming up tomorrow. And if there's any breaking court news that I need to break with you guys, I shall break that while I'm up here. So, let's see here. Yeah, we'll have, and you know what, when we do, we'll definitely do probably over the weekend. We'll do, because I'm going to be driving back to get to Georgia. I got to drive back through my parents' city. So I'll stop there and we'll do a good stream from the studio there with good Wi-Fi and all that with the new setup. And we'll do an open panel that day. So if anybody else wants to come up and talk about, we'll do it specifically. We're going to dedicate it just to the MGL court hearing. If anybody wants to come up and speak on their behalf on that, they can. I would even invite Michelle, but unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, fortunately, my opinion, she's been banned from YouTube. So because that's the platform I stream from, she can't come on as a guest. You know, she did that to herself. It's not me being, like I said, I encourage anybody to speak on their behalf, and I will invite them to, especially if I'm covering their case, okay? But there are a few individuals that have been perma-banned from YouTube, and unfortunately, they're not, well, some people, unfortunately, some people, fortunately, just not going to be able to come up on a StreamYard. So, but that's why we'll be there in Georgia, to give them their opportunity to speak to the camera if they'd like. So technically I am being fair. But yeah, we'll do an open panel, and that way people can come up and speak on their behalf about what's going on, and then we'll head out to Georgia. That'll probably be the last night of the fundraiser, and then I'll be out on the road. Like I said, while I'm out on the road, we'll do some IRL, but realistically, it's just going to be focusing on getting to Georgia and then, you know, the court case. And then, you know, like I said, we can spend a day and do some stuff down there. All right. So let's see here. I think we've covered everything for, like I said, I was just trying to catch up with some of the cases that I didn't have a chance to cover last week. Again, thank you guys for being patient with me on that. I usually like to give updates on these cases the day after or day of, just like we're going to do tomorrow on the Trina Golden case and on the EBZ case. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I can bring you some audio or video on either one of those two people, but we'll see. Either way, you'll get an update, though, that I can promise. But if you missed anything from the first half, of course, like all the other VODs, this will be up. This will always remain up. Catch the replay. As a matter of fact, shout out to my replay crew. I want to say a big thank you to everybody that supported the channel today. As a matter of fact, let's start from the top. We had Tabby as a new member, Kimberly as a new member, Sicilian Princess, member for 8 months, Candy Kiss 33 celebrated a 9-month membership birthday today. Cat Crazy hitting us with 5 memberships. Again, thank you so much for your continued support, my friend. And then we had Candy Kiss 33 hit us with a $20 super chat that read, a little something towards the road trip. So big thank you, Candy Kiss, and everybody else today. I'm going to give you guys a... Go ahead and end this stream. Let's get this off there so you can see why. Did I shave? Yeah. All right. We're clean shaven. We're not looking too shabby for our little road trip IRL extravaganza. But again, huge thank you to everybody that took the time out of their Monday afternoon/morning for my West Coasters to hang out with me today. I may or may not be doing an IRL, something fun this afternoon. I will be doing something tomorrow. We've got court news update, and we're going to be starting our IRL 7 days of Georgia, or 7 days till Georgia IRL extravaganza road trip has officially started today. All right. First stream was actually right now. So again, huge thank you to my mods, my members of the jury, all the viewers, haters, lovers, everybody in between for coming out. I can't wait to see you guys on the next one. NJCourts, and you know what? Let's do it the
Barry White way. NJCourts is officially... Oh, wait, hold on. Don't forget to check your 6.
Don't forget to keep your head on a swivel. All right?
Don't forget, most importantly, to love somebody. Because NJCourts, and hopefully I'm not officially, but just in case I am, is... Oh, actually, you know what? Let's get a little reverb. You guys want a little bit of the echo? And NJCourts is out of here. All right, everybody, take care. Love you guys. We'll see you on the next one. All right, I appreciate y'all. Peace.
All right, you guys, that was a lot of fun. Again, thank you guys for joining me. Ooh, let me take that reverb down. All right, there we go. I had a blast, had a good time checking out the new equipment. Look forward to the next stream using it. And I look forward to a week of exciting IRL with all y'all, okay? Leading into what should be a very interesting court IRL coverage stream starting February 7th, my friends. All right, everybody. What up, Madam Star? Let's see. I don't even know. Oh, yeah, that's... Oh, they were probably gifted. I was going to say, usually the trolls usually aren't members of the jury, but unfortunately, you can't... whenever you gift something, it does it randomly. But, hey, June, I appreciate you being a member of the jury. Although I know who... It's funny because in reality, there's only like 2 people that troll this channel, which is awesome considering there's almost close to 5,000 subscribers to this channel. All right. And it's the same 2 people. All right. And we're not even going to give them the notoriety of giving them their name. But I think it's funny the different names y'all pick from. But you ain't fooling nobody. All right. Get a life. All right, you guys. You have a good afternoon. Take care. Peace.